Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia, and this is the frontline changes report for the past 24 hours. There is going to be some little bit of information also coming from the 4th of, what did I say, August. Sorry, so 3rd to 4th of August. We are now in the middle of the 4th of August in Ukraine. So there is a lot of frontline changes. In the situation report mentioned yesterday, there is frontline changes over Serbianski forestry. And then there is frontline changes in the Bakhmut front, Zotn, Kanel, Klishevka, Andreka, Zalizny, Timofeyevka, Zeleny, Novoselivka, Persia, Mezove, as well as Konstantinivka. A lot of changes to cover in this frontline changes report. We're going to go into Serbianski forestry. So this is covered in the SITREP yesterday with the geolocation of Ukrainian forces attacking towards up this road, which means that they have taken part of this Serbianski forestry. But there is still heavy entrenchment up ahead. So this is where the main line is. So the Ukrainians are just retaking places where the Russians abandoned, generally speaking. So this is the frontline change over at the Serbianski forestry. The next frontline change is over at Zotn, over in the Bakhmut front. So there's some updates over here. Based on Russian claims, these two salient here has now been connected. According to the Russian mapping, they have, as they start to move from the Orlov track towards Zotn. This area here is Zotn. This neighborhood here. This area here is Novi. So the Russian forces have also threatened to enter towards Novi, as they have secured the Canal micro district around here. So this is the slight bit of a frontline change over in the Chasivia region. So this is Chasivia, by the way. So that's all from this area. Further south at Klishevka, we have some updates. Russian mapping have shown that the Russian forces have taken the northern part of Klishevka as they are trying to attack and capture this heavy entrenchment, this heavy fortification over here in the north of Klishevka. In south of Klishevka, there is frontline change over at Andreka. This is the Ukrainian claim. So previously we have Russian forces geolocated inside, but it has been a long time since this claim of the capture of Andreka, since 23rd of May. So we still have no confirmation of the Russians' firm capture of this place, and Ukrainian mapping has basically mapped it in this way that they have firm control over Andreyevka. So this is going to go back to overlapping. So we shall see how this develops. We move into the New York front. There is some intel drop for the New York front at Zalizny, as I mentioned yesterday about this threatened encirclement, with the Russian forces now able to push from Zalizny towards Nelipivka and from the western part of New York. They are threatening encirclement of this massive group of Ukrainian defenders around on the eastern part of New York, and the Russians indeed is pushing out in this direction. Over in the Zalizny region, Russian forces have been geolocated basically north of the electrical substation, and they also claim to have taken part of the the high-rise, this hill thingy. It's basically a waste slack. It's like a hill made of earth and ground that they don't want. They just stack it into a hill, and they also claim to have taken basically all of Zalizny. This is a claim. This is not a firm confirmation yet, so I have not declared Zalizny as fully captured by the Russian forces yet. But this direction means that the Russians will take over the substation as they continue to head towards the western direction, and there's a high chance that they may not even go for Nelipivka. If they continue to hit in this direction, they may just go to the south of Leonidivka and also north of Nelipivka, and basically cut the settlements into half, and that could also do the job in a way. Basically operational encirclement. Then this is possible, and of course the Ukrainians could potentially cut them off if they choose to. But anyway, this is the strategic situation in this area. But the frontline changes, basically this is what it is. This is based on Russian claims, not confirmed yet. Only this area is confirmed. Only this area is confirmed to be under Russian capture. This area these two part is claims. So that's all from Zalizny. The next frontline change after Zalizny, we go to Timofeyevka over at the Avdiivka front. In the northern flank of the Avdiivka front, Ukrainian mapping have acknowledged that the salient south of Timofeyevka has been filled up by the Russian forces. So that's all from this area of Timofeyevka. South of Timofeyevka at Zalene, there is new strategic situation developing around here. Should I put it all together? Okay, I should put this together. So Russian forces previously have already, cut Serhievka and Zalene apart with some slight push from the east, from the west. And I said that the Russians could potentially attack from the north. However, instead, the Russians actually attacked on the eastern outskirts of Zalene and captured massive grounds along 2 tree lines and this entire tree line around here. So with this capture, the Russian forces is basically has put Zalene into a semicircle, and the Russians could now potentially attack from the east directly, clearly from the east, and they also can continue to attack southward and threaten Mazove from the other side. As on this area here, the Ukrainian mapping have confirmed the Russian mapping, and they extended even further with the Russian forces basically on the eastern part of Mazove, with Russian forces taking all these grounds, and which means that the Russians could put Mazove into a pincer should this Russian force continue to push southward towards Komishevka. And so this is the current situation that is developing around here. Zelene is in danger of semi-encirclement. Mazove is also in danger of pincer attack in the medium future. So a lot of developments around here. So there's the frontline change over in this Zelene and Mazove as well as Novoselivka Persia region. The next frontline change is over in Konstantinivka. So where is this? So in Constantinivka, this is the latest geolocation, latest intel information that have dropped. There is a geolocation of Russian forces basically in the new position inside the southeastern part of Constantinivka in the Donetsk front. So the Russian forces basically have continued their offensive within the Battle of Konstantinivka, and so this geolocation confirms that the Battle of Constantinivka is actually happening, because there's very little footages or information or stories or intelligence and updates from this battle. So this geolocation is is the rare things that we get to confirm that the battle is actually ongoing, and the Ukrainians is probably doing their best to hold back the Russians. So that is the current development around here, and I think that's about it. So these are the frontline changes report for the day of the 3rd of August, with additional some additional information from the 4th of August. Press the like button, subscribe. Do check out the DPA open mic that will be occurring later. When it's up, I probably put the link here in the link here. Yeah, and join us to chit chat about the war, politics, geopolitics, and economics. I'll see you guys in the next update.